It's time for an upcycle. You all asked me a lot of questions about home decor upcycles, but you also asked me a lot of questions about refashions. And a question I've gotten lately is, what is my favorite refashion that I've ever done? I have a ton of them, but I would say that this one is definitely top 3. Check it out.
So this was a thrifted women's dress, lightweight rayon, loved the pattern. I cut the bottom piece off so I could use the skirt to make this 2-piece set for a little girl. And I also cut the sleeves off because those were so darling. Then I took one of my son's old t-shirts, this Beatles Abbey Road, cut off the sleeves and cropped it just a touch because I wanted to come through and add those sleeves from the women's dress onto the t-shirt. I love mixing the fabrics and the styles. I'm not a big pattern person. I don't follow a pattern very well. I make the pattern as I go, which may seem odd, but it's really the only way my brain works. I really like making my own patterns because I'm always coming up with some interesting, unusual idea, but of course it's always nice to have a fit model. So Ben totally hooked me up on this one, even though he didn't want to with those poofy flowered sleeves. One of the biggest things that made me fall in love with designing 20 years ago was that I could really just create from my mind, put together different fabrics, especially old things, reworking old things, because there's so many great things in the thrift store. I never really wanted to go buy fabric. I wanted to go thrift, switch up the different elements from one piece of clothing to another. That has definitely carried over into home design. Now that I have the sleeves on the top piece, I'm just gonna come through with a little bit of elastic around the waist to make it just the cutest, easy to slide on set. It's definitely one of the top 3 refashions I've ever done. I did this collaboration with my dear friend Corey, Reloved by Zelda, and this little girl's mother bought this ensemble for her. How darling is she? Really excited to share with y'all what I do for Austin Fashion Week as well as the Goodwill Gala. I'm really starting to think that I may need this ensemble myself, so I may have to make myself one. Happy upcycling.